Hey guys, so first of all, please forgive the lighting in this video. Like, the sun is just going up and down, so that's why the lighting is looking one kind. But apart from that, today I want to talk about things that people don't tell you about being an international student. So everybody's like, oh, go study abroad, it's going to be fun, yeah. But they don't tell you the other necessary parts about being an international student here, getting a job and stuff like that. So today I'm going to be sharing with you some details about that. And yeah, if you want to just subscribe to my channel, please do subscribe. I'd love to have you back here on the next video. And I share some good stuff on this channel, just saying. But yeah. So please do hit the subscribe button, also hit the bell beside it so you can get notified about my videos. And let's get started. So the first thing I want to talk about is getting a job as an international student. Like, getting a job as an international student, especially here in the States, is like hard. It is way harder than if you're a citizen or a permanent resident. If a company wants to hire you full-time, they have to file a H-1B visa for you. Many companies don't want to go through that stress because it's quite a complicated process to file H-1B visa and have to put in money into it and stuff like that. So many companies, they don't want to go through that stress of hiring international students because of the paperwork and stuff like that. Some find it stressful and cumbersome, and they're like, why do we have to put ourselves through all the stress? That's one of the reasons. Also, another reason is that there are companies that hire international students and those that don't hire international students. So the ratio of like companies that do hire international students to those that don't is the ratio is not that encouraging. Like those that don't hire international students, like in terms of numbers, they're like here, and then those that do hire international students are like here. If you go to a NSB conference, there are over like 300 companies that come to the conference, to conduct interviews and select students they are going to hire. But when you like actually look at the list of those companies, out of that 300, not up to 100 actually hire international students. So it's a frustrating thing. So there's this quote I found online that says, whoso findeth a company that is willing to sponsor their H1B visa findeth a good thing. And that's true, because not many companies are willing to like sponsor international students and stuff.
But there are many other companies who do sponsor.
Another thing that people don't know about international students is that international students pay like way more than citizens or permanent residents do. And international students pay approximately 2 times more than a citizen or a permanent resident would for a college education. As of 2016, international students bring in about $32.8 billion into the US economy. That is how much all these millions of international students here bring in per year. International students definitely pay more than the American counterparts. So yeah, international students basically pay more than the American counterpart, which is kind of messed up, because why do I have to pay 2 times more for the same education that I'm getting, that my American counterpart is getting? I mean, I guess it's because they're citizens or residents and it's kind of their home, their country, whatever. That's what it is. It sucks, but that's the rule. Also, the next thing I want to talk about is that as an international student, it is just not a level playing field for everyone here. Like, the American person or resident may have it easy because they're a citizen or a resident, versus the international student who has to hustle 2 times as more. In fact, I remember one time my professor told me, as an international student, you can't be looking at your American counterparts like, oh, we're friends and stuff, and we roll together. No, honey, yes, your status and their status is not the same thing, so you cannot be behaving like them. He said, as an international student, you have to hustle 10 times more than an American citizen would or a permanent resident would. So your grades have to be higher, way higher. Your GPA, you cannot be getting anything less than a 3.5. If it's lower than that, then you need to work on that. Obviously sometimes to fall lower than that, but you have to, you know, work hard in the next semester to like get it back up and stuff. Because to be honest, some companies will be like, oh, we don't look at GPA and stuff, but you know that you're an international student. The hustle is real. The struggle is real. You cannot be like, oh, companies that look at GPA and stuff. Shh, it's a lie. They'll still use GPA at some point to distinguish between those who they want to hire and who they don't want to hire. So as an international student, you know, you have to hustle more. Your GP has to be higher. You know, try to maintain a GP between 3.5 and 4.0. I mean, I'm not saying it's standard, but normally that's what you would expect, because it's harder out here for international students. You know, your networking, you have to network. Oh my lord, as an international student, you have to network. Like, you have to speak to the right people to get you a job, which is messed up, but yeah. You have to do a lot of networking as an international student here. You have to know who to talk to, who not to talk to. And basically most of the time, networking is what will get you a job. Networking is what will get you into that position that you want to get into. Like, networking is key. It is key. Me, I don't know how to network, but I'm learning, because a girl cannot come out here darling. Yeah, networking is definitely something you have to build up on here. So your leadership skills, you have to be involved in clubs and stuff. I'm not saying all these things are like you have to do all these things to like get what you want, like the job and stuff, but ultimately you have to be involved, because companies like seeing that on the resume anyway. So you have to be involved. You can't just come and be like, okay, I'm here to study, I'm here to get my 4.0 GPA, you know, get my degree and be out of here. No honey, you have to be involved, you have to network, your leadership skills have to be on point, and basically you just have to do more than an American person would do, which is kind of sad, but that's what it is. So it's definitely not a level playing field out here, and that's something that many people will not tell you. They'll be like, oh, I mean, there are companies that will hire you and stuff. I'm like, honey, no, it doesn't work that way, okay? I mean, obviously you're not trying to have a negative mentality, but it's just the reality of things. You have to talk to people, believe in yourself, be out there, don't be dulling out here, big. No come near the door, you know what I'm saying? Networking is key. Networking is key as an international student. It is key. So in the future, I'm going to talk more about networking. I have a friend who is really good at networking, and you know, he's out there doing his thing. So I'm going to like call him in one of these days for a video, so he can give you all the tips and tricks on networking. He's a barber in that field. So yeah, watch out for that video sometime in the future. I don't know when it will be, but I shall do the video someday. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you in some way. I didn't mean to discourage you, like if you want to study here, if you want to come over here and study or something, or if you're already here studying. I don't mean to discourage you or anything. I'm just stating reality. It doesn't mean that you can't make it here. It definitely doesn't mean you can't make it here. It just means you have to, you know, be prepared for this type of things to happen, and know how you can work around it and work with it to achieve your aim. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you learned something, and I will see you guys in my next one. Kisses.